at me and say, Izzy, you know there's other people wearing bonnets religiously now? I would have said, get out of my face. You're lying to me.
The reason I started sleeping with silk bonnets is because I know it has a lot of benefit. It locks in your hair moisture. It helps not break your split ends.
All of the beautiful black women on this app have made me realize that we should all be sleeping with bonnets in our hair.
Here's all the reasons I choose to sleep with a silk bonnet. Number one, it helps keep bedhead under control, so when I wake up in the morning, I can just take it off and my hair looks nice and good. I'm not having to brush out all this tangled hair.
If you've been debating on getting a satin bonnet, do it, because I've been wearing it for the past couple weeks and it has changed the game for me. I might look crazy and my husband does make fun of how I look, but when I tell you that my hair is feeling healthier, smoother, and this bonnet has reduced the damage to my hair, it's literally insane.
Hello my people. Oh wait, I don't even have my mic in hand. This feels so weird to do right now, but first of all, let me make sure I am in uniform. I'm Izzy, and I have been gone for like 5 months now. Y'all, I am so shocked at what I have been seeing for the past couple of months. If you were to look at me and say, Izzy, you know there's other people wearing bonnets religiously now? Like, you know, it's not just something that black people wear. It's not just something that black women wear before they go to bed, you know, because black women are all about protecting their hair, not having their hair in their face, not ruining their hairstyle that they spent
hundreds of dollars on.
I would have said, get out of my face. You're lying to me. But anyways, I'm gonna make this video as short, sweet, and concise as possible. Not concise, because I did little to no research on this. Everything I'm saying is speaking from the heart, Izzy. But this video is in no way, shape, or form meant to offend anyone, shame anyone, make anyone feel bad for wearing something such as a bonnet. It's not meant to do any of that stuff. And if you guys are new to my channel, I like to run on and I like to talk. Even though I've been gone for like 5 months, I'm still the same person. White women are wearing bonnets. Asian women are wearing bonnets. Latina women are wearing bonnets. Damn near everybody under the sun is wearing bonnets. And let me backtrack. If you don't know what a bonnet is literally what I have on top of my head. And as you guys can tell, I put on something else underneath this before I placed on a bonnet, simply because I have locks, and the way I was taught growing up was that you needed to put on a scarf rather than a bonnet, because yes, whereas a bonnet might protect your hair from like rubbing against a pillowcase and all that stuff when you go to sleep, a scarf is what helps to keep your hair neat. Basically, a bonnet is something that women, specifically black women, used to wear before, not used to, we still do wear it. What am I saying? We are the original. Anyway, it's something that black women wear before bed or when they're just lounging around in their house, or typically you don't wear it outside your house. It's normally for comfort. It's to protect your hair from breakage, because if you don't know, when you go to bed like without anything on your hair and it rubs against a pillowcase, and let's say you have a cotton pillowcase rather than a silk pillowcase, your hair can break off. It's gonna cause a lot of friction. It's gonna cause your hair to dry out. It's gonna cause, like, it's gonna absorb all the moisture from your hair. Now when things dry, what do? To prevent this breakage, black women normally wear bonnets. Let me stop saying black women, because for all I know, there are other women who wear bonnets too, like way before it became a trend on little TikTok. But as far as I know, on my hemisphere, on my side of the planet, on my side of the world, I have literally only ever seen black women wear bonnets to go to bed. You can ask majority of other people, what was the probability of you leaving your house and seeing a white woman wear a bonnet? Probably 1.2%. As I was saying before my camera decided to say, oh, memory card is full, because for some reason anytime I pick up this camera, memory card is always full. But yes guys, that was a literal comment I saw on the video of someone voicing how they feel about other people wearing bonnets. Someone said, oh well, black women didn't create bonnets. You think it was me who created this shirt? Do you think it was me who created this mic? Do you think it was me who created this lip gloss? Yeah, so I shouldn't be wearing it just because it wasn't a black person who created it. That's not the point.
Okay y'all, I want to clarify what I was trying to say, because I don't think I got my point across like ever in this video, but I was basically trying to say that black women haven't, or black people haven't, created a lot of things which heavily influence Black culture, specifically African American culture. It's bound to happen that a lot of things that we use have derived from like European culture, but it's been really like modified like a lot. When you think about weave, nail, even certain foods that we eat, it's a mix of African culture and European culture, because I wonder why. I wonder how our culture ended up mixing with European culture. Someone basically made that comment trying to say that, yeah, the credit has to go to European people because they invented it, knowing damn well this bonnet and that bonnet is not the same thing. Like, you know that's not the same thing. You know 90% of white people, American white people, are not wearing this bonnet. And yes, there's a higher chance if you go to Europe, of course you're gonna see people wearing this bonnet. You get what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, I'm giving myself so much more editing to do when I'm trying to post this video in less than an hour. But I'm just trying to clarify that people are trying to be smart and trying to be like, oh, you guys didn't create this. You know, white Americans were not wearing the bonnet I'm wearing in this video. You know, they were not wearing the bonnet I'm wearing in this video a few months ago, actually last year. So please don't come over here trying to be smart with European people wearing this. Don't play with me.
Honestly, I'm gonna start off this video by saying, yes, I think it is wonderful. Not even start off, I'm halfway near the end of the damn video. I think it is wonderful. I think it is absolutely amazing. I think it's awesome that people are recognizing the benefits of certain things that people of other races do to take care of themselves. Because I genuinely do think, whereas gatekeeping is important to a certain extent, I think a lot more people would benefit if they found out that certain things are actually beneficial for them. It should not be viewed in a certain way. For example, people finding out that, oh my gosh, bonnets are not just for black women, bonnets are for every woman. Actually, every woman and every man. Because black men wear bonnets, and I think white men should wear bonnets, and I think Asian men should wear bonnets, Amerindians should wear bonnets. I think everyone should wear bonnets because at the end of the day, it will protect your hair no matter what type of hair you have. As long as it's protecting your hair from being dried out by your literal pillowcase, I think it's amazing that we're able to learn from each other and see how, despite our differences in skin color, hair texture, and all of that stuff, I think that it's amazing to see that we can find similarities in how we can take care of ourselves and overall just feel better about ourselves, right?
Hey, my sweet babies. Y'all, some of y'all have given me the title of auntie, and I'm honored that y'all do that, right? But there are times where auntie gotta talk to her babies and say some real. I was in the airport in Atlanta because I'm in Jackson, Mississippi now at Chuckles Comedy Club, right? And as we began to walk through the airport, I saw so many, actually too many to count and too many for me to tap. But I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them. And this is how they're showing up to the airport. I've been seeing it, not just at the airport, I've been seeing it at the store, at the mall. I've been seeing sisters showing up with these bonnets and headscarves and their slippers. And the question that I'm having to you, my sweet babies, when did we lose pride?
I forgot to talk about this video or even include this video while recording, but if you guys don't know who this is Monique, who's a famous actress in like a lot of popular black films, specifically Tyler Perry's films and like other films. Anyone who watches a lot of black movies, lol, you guys will know her face. And this is probably one of the only actresses I know on a first name basis, acting like I know her for real. But I'm gonna summarize this video because it's 5 minutes long and you guys could just find it on YouTube. But she made a video talking about how a lot of black women are leaving the house and wearing bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, X, Y, and Z, and going to places such as the airport, the mall, and X, Y, and Z. And she started to go in about how black women have lost their pride, how we refer to ourselves as queens, but the way we dress, ew, I just ate chips. The way we dress do not represent ourselves. And I have a lot to say about this video. So basically, I can get where she's coming from a certain standpoint, because these are literally things that I was taught growing up. It's like certain things you wear in the house, you cannot wear it when going outside. Like if I am wearing my Mickey Mouse pajamas and my booty shorts that I wear to bed, I cannot go out and wear the same thing when I'm going to the grocery store, when I'm going to the airport, or at least that's what I was taught. But I can totally see why if someone's going on a 10-hour flight, someone's going to the grocery store and they just gotta run in and go. I can see why they would probably just wear some sweats, put on their slippers, and keep on their bonnet because they're just gonna be in there for 5 minutes. It's not even the way she said it. A lot of these ideas that thrown at black women to always look your best have existed for years. There's a reason why black women are so hyper fixated on hygiene and the way we look and how neat we have to look. It's because for years we've always been taught that we are dirty. There's something wrong with our natural appearance. We can't have our hair looking too messy. We can't have a natural face. I'm gonna repeat this in my video because I talk about this throughout my video, how anything heavily influenced or heavily ingrained in black culture has been seen as so negatively, I'm not even talking properly. A lot of things that are heavily ingrained in black culture, heavily influenced by black culture, has been seen in a negative light. Whether or not it has to do with our hygiene, how neat we look, how we carry ourselves, how our hair looks in its natural state. Everything that we do is seen in a negative light. It's either deemed as ghetto, unhygienic, unsanitary. I'm literally gonna say this in the video. And to hear this coming from a famous actress to the black community is very telling, and it tells you a lot about how majority of the black community and other communities view black people in the whole.
One thing I'm not gonna ignore, and one thing I'm not gonna pretend not to understand, because a lot of y'all are doing that. A lot of people are sitting here and acting like, oh, I don't get why black people uncomfortable about seeing white people wearing bonnets. I don't understand it. Where is this coming from? You guys just want to gatekeep. That's one thing that actually triggers me. Okay, I'm not gonna say trigger, but that's one thing that infuriates me, and that's one thing that I can understand why people are like, hell no, you're not gonna use something that we've been using for such a long time, and you're gonna act like you have no idea why we don't want you to be using those things. Y'all get what I'm saying? And I know I'm beating around the bush. Somebody out there is understanding what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, I miss you. Why did I disappear? Let's be honest with ourselves. Almost everything that is associated with the black community has been ostracized. It's been deemed as ghetto. It's been deemed as hood rat. It's been deemed as unsanitary, uneducated, unprofessional. It's been deemed as everything under the sun that you can think of. It was just thrown into a negative light.
We do not care.
You are dusty if you go outside with your pajamas and bonnet on, because the outside particles and the bacteria outside is going to get on your bonnet and your pajamas, and you're going to take your little dusty stuff and roll in your bed. Now your bed smells like outside. We all know that outside smells.
I'm sorry, can people not own multiple bonnets? And who's to say that people are gonna roll in their bed just after coming from outside? And like, what do you mean outside particle? Nobody be opening their windows nowadays. I'm just so confused. Where is this take coming from? I just had to plug in and give my opinion on this, but this is just such a weird take to me. Like, do people not open their windows? Do people not step outside and like bring the clothes that they wear outside in their house? Like, is a washing machine not a thing anymore? I'm just so confused. Like, it's what?
Why do y'all hate black women so much? A multitude of reasons. One being that I do my hair at night and I work out in the morning. Two being that I live in a very humid state, Texas, and I had a lot of things to do today that required my hair to be done. I was wearing my bonnet in the gym, and I was listening to a video here on TikTok, and in the video she was saying how women who wear bonnets in public are classless, they lack tact. Meanwhile, I got my flexi rods in and I'm like, well, what are you talking about?
So when you take something that's as simple and as beneficial as wearing a bonnet, and a certain group of people start using that thing that you have been ostracized for, I can kind of see why some people like, no, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna put that on your head and act like we weren't seen as literal hood rats. No matter which parts of your city you came from, you're not gonna do that and act like all these negative stereotypes and this negative light that we were given did not exist.
It looks like I haven't slept in days, and that's because I haven't. I just want to come in here and clarify again, because I watched this clip like 3 times and I'm like, something's missing here, something does not feel right, and if it doesn't feel right, I'm gonna clarify myself. But I just want to apologize to anyone who might feel attacked, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm attacking other people of other races simply because people of the black community have been attacking other people within the black community for wearing a bonnet, specifically when you wear a bonnet outside. That does not, well, it does have something to do with other races, a particular race, but I don't want to make it seem like other people of different races have been looking at black people this way or have been commenting on black people wearing bonnets outside, because that's not the case. I will say in the video later on, and I will say it here again, that a lot of this is self-inflicted. So I just want to make sure, and I just want to apologize for making it seem like this is other races when that is not the case. It has come from a certain race. The negative ideology has come from a certain race. Yes, so I understand that a lot of people are ignorant. A lot of people outside of black community, they're ignorant about the way black people view bonnets when it's being worn outside. I just want to say that I know a lot of y'all don't know about this. I know a lot of y'all probably see black people in a bonnet and don't care, but when other black people, a lot of black people see someone else wearing a bonnet outside, they look at you funny, and yes, there's a negative stereotype that is associated with that. But I'm also aware that there are certain people who call it ghetto, black or white, Asian, whatever the case might be. There are certain people who look at us and think that it's ghetto, but majority, personally, from my opinion, or at least I think, I don't think a lot of people of other races care that black people wear bonnets outside. But we know where it came from. And I will clarify on this in my video.
All of a sudden, bonnets have been moved from, you can wear this to bed, but don't go to the airport in this, to, it's so beneficial for my hair, my ends won't break. You guys get what I'm saying? Does anyone catch my drift? Black women are tired. Basically, what I'm saying is, what am I saying? So yes, there are some people that are upset over white people wearing bonnets because, yeah, you've been ostracized for wearing bonnets almost half of your life. You've been ostracized for going outside in a bonnet because it's not professional. You're like, where is she going? My co-host Allie wants to say something. Come baby, come. And a white person gets on the internet and says, well, here's my hair care routine. First of all, I'm gonna wear this bonnet because it has X, Y, and Z benefits. But when you were doing it, no one cared about the benefits. Everyone just cared about how you look and how you present yourself. All of a sudden, something that your grandma and your great grandma and probably your mom had to tell you, you can't go outside looking like that. That's not ladylike. That's not clean. That's only meant for inside the house. Turns into, wow, it's so beneficial for my hair. I should wear this anytime I'm gonna go to sleep. Despite you wearing that on your 8-hour flight and having funny looks given to you while wearing that. Long story short, I keep saying long story short.
It's a long story, but it's not so short.
Took a certain person who looks nothing like you to wear it, and all of a sudden, it's now a fashion statement. It's a hygiene routine. It's a... Ali just said the word. It's acceptable. I don't know. This whole thing just starts to feel like we need other people to be doing the same things we're doing in order for the perspective of it to be changed. We need people to like do their lashes for it not to be seen as, oh my gosh, a black girl wearing lashes, ghetto. I remember growing up, I used to watch these American movies. If you guys don't know, I'm not from America. Ali, thank you so much. If you guys don't know, I'm not from America, so a lot of American culture I had to learn through films, specifically black American culture. I had to learn through films, the internet, and like just through third-party sources. On TV, whenever they displayed a ghetto black person, they would always make sure she's wearing heavy set lashes, she's wearing the longest nails known to man, she's wearing something such as a bonnet on her head, and she's loud, that she's all of a sudden disgusting, she's difficult to work with. And I internalized a lot of these things growing up. Hell, even my parents internalized a lot of these things, and they also tried to get me to not act in a certain way, and also would tell me things such as, you know, don't go outside wearing your bonnet, don't go outside wearing your scarf. And if I ever dare to step outside doing any of those things as a kid, just joking, but they look at you funny, they talk to you bad and say, take that off, you're not going outside looking any type of way. And guess what I do? I take that off and I'm not going outside looking any type of way. You think it will change overnight just because Alyssa on TikTok is wearing this and showing her hair care routine? No, I was just taught not to wear something like this outside, and I just carry myself that exact same way. And unfortunately, for a period of time, it really screwed up my views. But as the more and more I grew, the older I got, I started to realize like, hey, life is all about comfort, and I want everybody to be comfortable just as much as I wish to be comfortable. So if I see a woman out on the train wearing a bonnet, she just got her weave done, I'm gonna mind my business. I'm not saying white people don't wear bonnets. I'm not saying Asian people don't wear bonnets. I'm not saying any of that stuff at all. What I am saying is two things can be right at once. You can wear this and you can still acknowledge the fact that yes, someone out there who probably looks like me is gonna look at you funny and be like, what are you doing? Someone out there is gonna be like, yeah, I'm utterly confused. Yeah, you get to wear that freely and not face any judgment. Whereas when I did it, I would salute for it. I do believe that white women in any other race should be wearing a bonnet, because hell yeah girl, protect your hair, and boys, and they thems, and he, him, she, they. Any one of you, I really think you should invest in a bonnet. And do I still have bonnets in my inventory? If I do, I'll link it down below. Yes, you wear that bonnet. I would be more than happy if you're protecting your hair, taking care of yourself. You know, we gotta practice self-care in these weird times, like weird economic times that's going on the other side of the world. I do think that we can acknowledge that it's okay for people to feel a little foul. It's okay for people to feel a little confused. It's okay for people to look within themselves and question, why is it okay when every other race does it, but it's not okay when I do it? And yes, somewhere in that people will feel angry. Somewhere in that people do want to gatekeep. Somewhere in that people are gonna ask questions and really make us look deeper within black culture and try to understand, or at least try to hold back from the rest of the world on our culture. Because clearly things only start to become normalized and acceptable when everyone else besides a black person does it. A lot of healing has to be done within the black community. Earlier I said a lot of this is self-inflicted, but at the end of the day, before self-infliction, it was other people inflicting this pain. Whereas I have been attacked by my own community and been taught these toxic things by my own community was taught this by someone else. And I'm not trying to cause no segregation or nothing like that yet. I am just saying that allow people to ask questions. I think conversations like this are productive, and I think conversations like this when it comes to other races wearing bonnets compared to when black people wearing bonnets and all those questions that come up, I think that is an important conversation. It will start to reconstruct how we view black people, reconstruct how we view black culture, find answers to questions that come about from things like this. The anger and the confusion, in my opinion, is fine. Do I have the answer? A little bit. But I'm not gonna answer the question right here. Guys, I'm just saying this to like tickle your brain and like have you think a little bit. I've been yapping for a very long time. I've been speaking for a very long time. And I think it's time I tell you guys why I disappeared. Actually, there's no reason. There's actually no reason. I just woke up one day while editing a JoJo Siwa video, and I just looked at it and I was like, I do not like this. I don't want to do this right now, and I think I need a mental break because I will start saying things and doing things and posting things that are not genuine and things that I literally do not care about. My memory card keeps saying that it's full, so yes, I keep switching angles, but I have to go back and delete some footage on this memory card. But long story short, when I found myself not caring about what I'm posting and I was literally about to post it anyways, I said, yep, you need to take a step back. Like, you need to take a big fat step back. I just needed that little break, and that break ended up turning 4 months because I did a 5-week course, which ended up being a 2 months. And also, school was beating my behind. And now school literally starts tomorrow, and I am training for a job right now. Besides that, everything's been good. I've been great. Not gonna lie. Last month was kind of hard. And if you guys haven't noticed, the setup and everything is different because I moved again. What's new? I moved like 2 times in this channel. I am running on, y'all. Long story short, ask questions. Don't just take things as it is. Don't just eat up any viral trend that you see, even though I be eating that out of those things. You have to ask questions, especially when it has something to do with your culture and the way you're seen with your culture. With that said, keep wearing your bonnets. Girls, guys, gays, men, women, black, white, orange, blue, yellow, tomatoes, lamb, rice, allow us to ask questions. And we don't need your permission to do it. I don't need your noise clouding my question. With all love though, again, no hate, no shade, no tea to nobody. I just want us to be able to ask questions and find out why things are the way they are. You guys, somebody write a paper on that. If you're a graduate student, please write a paper on this. I'm talking way too much. Anyways, y'all, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I'm sorry for disappearing, y'all. I am truly gonna try to be back. But if you really want to keep up with me, I am on Instagram, I am on Snapchat, I am quite literally on any app you can think of. I had to delete my TikTok accounts because I didn't want to talk about that. I created a new TikTok account, but I haven't posted anything on it. So without further ado, I am hoping that more videos will be posted out. I genuinely wish this was my full-time job because I wouldn't have to be focused on an actual full-time job. Which, by the way, shout out to the university I'm going to for making me work a full-time job just to prove that I am an American citizen and should not be paying international fees. And thank you so much to the people who keep checking up on me and being like, Izzy, where are you? I am right here. I am okay. Please don't be concerned. I actually miss you guys so much. Like, people who normally comment on my stuff, thank you so much. Like, someone left it. I haven't been able to like respond to like every single comment yet, but I will be doing that soon. Don't worry about it. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you like so much. For 5,000. I haven't posted in so long, y'all. You guys mentioned me for 5,000. Nah, I don't know. Way too much. But anyways, y'all, see you. Thank you so much for watching.